Video, and today we're going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. So we got one more game before we reach February. So we're going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. We 46-0. We just gotta keep going, man. Once we reach February, we gotta keep going to March and stuff. So hopefully we can get it done.
We shut them down, then we open up shop. When it's around, just in case y'all forgot, they've been trying to stop the way, but the way don't stop. We're the land of the free and the home of the brave. Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. It's the 2K Sports pregame show. And coming up for you shortly is the Los Angeles Lakers in action against the Los Angeles Clippers. Checking out the Clippers. As good as they've been, they know this one won't be easy. Trying to steal a road win against a very capable team. And both teams are up for this one. You look at Kawhi Leonard. His former coach Greg Popovich famously did not name him as a leader in one interview, and it caused quite a stir.
Yeah, he tried to clarify that though, Pop did, saying the situation was taken out of context. But it was still a little bit of a dig.
Yeah, but you don't have to be the yell type. Kawhi leads by example. I think at this point, both parties just want to shut up and sit down.
Are you a good leader?
Nope.
He's a joy coach.
He's right.
Here's Kevin Harlan. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at the Clippers. They've climbed all the way up to the second spot.
And when you look at the Lakers, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, LeBron James is closing in on the top 3 all-time list in scoring. LeBron said it's an honor, but he added, scoring has never been on my list of goals. Facilitating, rebounding, defending, getting block shots, and things of that nature always ranked above that. Kevin, he has filled up the box score for a long time.
He can impact the game in so many ways. DA, thank you. You know, for a while, Smitty, there was some talk of eliminating conferences altogether. But the East has begun to turn things around and start to emerge again.
You know, Kevin, me and you have been around a long time. It's going to always flip-flop back and forth. It was the East and it was the West. And I think right now, the East right now is turning that corner. In a couple of years, we're probably
Gotta go through March, man.
Conference. I
In
like the way it
April,
is.
2
I
more
don't
months,
see
man.
it
2 more months and we'll be done with this game, bro. And then it's time for the playoffs.
Here are
Man.
the 5 for the Clippers.
Two more months, man. Then we'll be done with this game.
And it's George in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Harris in at the 1.
A tremendous floor spacer. Danny Green has that sniper's mentality.
Hill finds Harrell. Nobody near Williams. And Davis pulls it down.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Lakers. It's a three-point game. Fade away and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
Williams passes to Leonard, and that one drops.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Now here is Davis. 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
Here's Williams following the basket by Anthony Davis. Williams attacking. That one goes in.
Going teardrop, Lou Williams. Pulling out all the moves. He's got them.
From deep LeBron. The shot misses as the Clippers taking it the other way. Outside Hill. Passes to Leonard. The fader. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
They get it back. Kicks it out to James. It's good from about 19 feet.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell.
Gotta get some
His
toothpaste,
activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team. And he also can be very intimidating.
And George gets it to go.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Well, this is his game. Be proactive offensively, put the defense back on his heels.
Now here is Harris. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His
So one more month to go, man. One more freaking month.
Fantastic all-around effort it was.
And the Clippers getting Harrell
No
in that
playoffs.
Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
Lakers leading by 6. LeBron outside. And again, LeBron missing.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard. Fires the 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Kawhi with the 3, showing he's able to stretch the floor more and more.
James. He makes that one drop. Only a second and 5 tries. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 5. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that were the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Good.
Some changes for the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Harris. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Green comes in for Leonard. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Williams. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Hill. Here's McGruder. Tipped away. Just 5 to shoot. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Connects from three-point range.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now here's Len. He's guarded closely. And again, no good by the Clippers. Lakers leading by 8. And he's a great scorer. But Anthony Davis's defensive impact, Smitty, perhaps even greater. Do you think he has a chance to ever win Defensive Player of the Year?
Without a question, Kevin. On a team with more weapons, he can focus on the defensive end more. We saw that with Kevin Garnett, who won his Defensive Player of the Year award his first season in Boston.
And here are the Clippers now, after the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. From deep, and the Clippers miss again. Lakers have gone 7-12 from the field here in the first quarter. Shoots it up, and the Lakers check on 2 more.
The defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's George. No good again that time.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Little turnaround, and the Lakers check on 2 more.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused,
Well, he's
and
really
really
smart,
jumped
man.
on
We
the
got one
other
more to
team
go, bro.
early.
One more freaking
Here's
goal.
McGrew. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Then, offensive rebound. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. George finds Lynn. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
To 8, 29, 30. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Gotta go to.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but
I gotta
plenty
get
of
out
time left in this
PS4
one.
for the
Hey guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead
Get
here.
my medication
Well,
on and
you
out.
have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
Clippers trail by 12. They've got DeMarcus Cousins. JaVale McGee is out there with Avery Bradley. And it's Daniels in at the 2 guard. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And George kicks to Lynn. Here's Zubac. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Davis.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And that one misses. Well, Steve, it doesn't matter how they do it, but there are some players, as you know, that can get into another player's head. I guess like a Dennis Rodman, but there are a lot of them now that play and use that tactic.
Yeah, Draymond Green, Kevin, Patrick Beverly, Chris Paul, I think is one of those guys. PJ Tucker, he doesn't really talk, but he has a lot of antics. There's a lot of guys that like to get in your head. Also, Joel Embiid is one. He does it extremely well.
Here's Daniels. It's good. Daniels has got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers. Now here's Len. Guarded closely. Knocks it loose. Stolen by McGee. Here's Daniels. Banked in off the glass. Daniels has got 4 this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Some changes for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Troy Daniels. And Harris subbed in for Quinn Cook. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for JaMychal Green. Leonard comes in for George. Williams, he's checked in for Rodney McGruder. And George Hills subbed in for Jeremy Lin. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's Zubac. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And there's the pass to Leonard. Pocket 6. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Harris kicks to Kuzma. Cousins, the pass to Green. And here's Bradley from 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Bradley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
For a guy who's much more natural shooting the lone 2, Bradley's worked hard to increase his range.
Williams against Bradley. Williams dishes to Harrell. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard the pass to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Williams outside. They get the rebound. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Kawhi, a double-digit rebounder in college. Scouts knew that would be a transferable skill of his.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's an 18-point game. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. Now here's Harrell. He had 10 points in the win against Orlando. At the top of the key, Williams. Kicks it out to Leonard. Launches it. Green with the rebound.
With floor spacing at a premium, they need him to hit these shots. Made just that one in the first.
Here's Kuzma. Rebound by Harrell.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Now, here is Hill. Last game we saw him score 13. Just his first attempt. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender. Right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stopped. Love it.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the Clippers call time here. And you know what? Really one of the best shot blockers among wings, Danny Green.
You know, he's a chase down artist in transition. He does not give up on plays at all.
Some changes here for the Lakers. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Cousins. James comes in for Danny Green. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Avery Bradley. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. Now, here's George. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Outside for George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Lakers leading by 19. To the inside, Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Beautiful pass. LeBron, fun to watch. Intelligent, outstanding read.
The Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Good on the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Hill pulls it in. Clippers trail by 19. Leonard the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Caldwell Pope for 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
That's a shot the defense looked like it was willing to give up. Big mistake.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The 3 from George. Rebound the Lakers. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lets it fly. They get it back. Down low. James looking it over. Over Green. And a little luck that time, but it drops. 6 points for LeBron.
In some ways, this is the glue to LeBron's offense. Unstoppable from mid-range.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, the best part of their performance has been their offensive rebound. So often it's overlooked, but you get 2 quality shots because of your effort. That is a difference in the game. I love the way they're battling and getting all those putbacks. They keep that up, game over.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
They were brick city and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious. They were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly.
Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final. Oh, brother.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. FCU's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Clippers right now, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. George Hill out there with Lou Williams, and Harrell's in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Kuzma. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Count the basket. And that's now 6 points for Kyle Kuzma. Oh, lately we have seen star players changing teams more often. Shorter contracts. Player options. Smitty, is there any downside to any of them?
You know, I think the downside is from a fan standpoint, you get invested in a player and he's moved in like 2 or 3 years. I think it should be where if a player wants to sign a longer-term contract with the organization, that should be a rule in play. But right now, with these shorter contracts and player options, there's going to always be a lot of movement.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Lakers. Hill, no good. Williams against Green. From the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Green's got 9.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
George against Green. The shot by George, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And coming out of halftime, coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Leonard. Over LeBron. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And Hill over to help. Here's Green. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But not now.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one's good. Leonard.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Lakers.
And the Lakers call time here.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
He's checked in for Danny Green. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Hill. Rodney McGruder comes in for Williams. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Hill. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Now Lynn, following the three-point attempt by Avery Bradley. Here's Leonard. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Bradley finds Davis. Back to Bradley. The 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Bradley's got his second basket of the night.
Beautiful execution, the rhythm, the timing, and Avery's a good finisher off the catch.
Outside, Lynn. Leonard with no one around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis for a time. Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of Angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans will have a lot to celebrate. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the 3rd. Then the pass to Zubac. Back to Lynn. Here's Magruder. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
And Lynn is a sensational playmaker. Love how he zips passes over to his guys.
Here's Davis. And another basket for the Lakers.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Magruder. From the wing. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 17 now.
He had a shot that was once very mechanical. Leonard now with the fluid release, even with a hand in his face.
The shot's good from LeBron.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Clippers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Magruder. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist from Harris. 8 points for Avery Bradley.
He fired up the Jets. Avery Bradley beats his man up court, took care of business.
Harris against Land. Here's George. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And it's Harris with the ball for the Lakers. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Anthony Davis. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Harris. And it's Daniels in the shooting guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Good on the three-point shot.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Passes it to Kevin Gillen. That shot missing. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Here's Harris. Again, the Lakers.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
Now here's Lynn. The tray. And it's Kevin Gelly missing. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Davis, McGee trying to break free. And he lays it straight in. And that's now 6 points for Anthony Davis. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Shot to stop the run. A nice shot by Kevin Gelly.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you send this team night in and night out. They know your plays. You know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
You have to respect the concentration level of Lynn there. Just doesn't get rattled on his shot when the D whacks it.
And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. How has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. And then I think also for a lot of players, they're not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
Now here's Harris. The pass to Cousins. A fadeaway. Davis kicks to Cousins. It's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his third assist on the night.
Unselfish play by Davis. He understands that his scoring can only take this team so far. He needs help from the guys around him.
Robinson against Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Saturday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
He's off on the first. A superstar summer break for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Great, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive. They're doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Kevin Gelly. He's guarded by Davis. Robinson goes in. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from LeBron. Here's Kuzma. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now here's Lynn. about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. It's not going to go for him.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they dug this hole.
Nice shot by James.
Every shot in the world at his disposal. LeBron with the soft teardrop over the top.
Clipper shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Pass to man. Robinson against Green. Robinson passes to man. Clock at 2. Looking to end the run. And the Clippers miss again. Lakers have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. And here's Harris from the arc. And the 3-ball is good.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry. But it can go the other way as well.
And here are the Clippers now, following the 3 by the Lakers. Well, we know, Steve, the NBA looking at lowering the draft eligibility age from 19 to 18. The one-and-dones would be gone. You like the move?
I do like the move, Kevin. I would just love to have a lot of things in place for these younger guys, whether they're 18, 19, some guys at 25. There's something in place to help these guys, especially some of the things they're having problems with off the court and also financially. Have some kind of third eye to be able to help these guys.
And this is where the G League comes into play, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Anthony Davis.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who act like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harris against Len. And Davis sends it back.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all 3 levels.
From deep three-point range, Robinson misses. Davis, the pass to Kuzma. Davis kicks to Kuzma. Feeds away. And another basket for the Lakers.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
All right, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 11 games to play in February, but we got one more game in January to go through February. So we got February, March, April. Wow. We got 11 games, man. We got 11 games. But if y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Trying to post mostly every day, every week, whenever I have free time. And yeah, man, the next episode, we'll be going up against the Portland Trailblazers. And that'll be the end of January. And then we got to grind through February to reach March. So we got one more month before we reach March, which is February. So once we reach the end of February, it's going to be March. And then once we push through March, it's going to be almost April time. And then we'll be ready for the playoffs. But yeah, man, I've been enjoying the gameplay. Trying to show y'all more content of NBA 2K20. So I'm just trying to put that out there and stuff. So yeah, man, we're going against the Portland Trailblazers. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next video.